Did you have a traumatic childhood? Did you know that that could have been one of the contributing factors for you developing thyroid disease? In today's video, I'm going to talk about how childhood trauma can lead to hypothyroidism and Hashimotos. My name is Melodye Reynolds, and I'm a thyroid health coach and advocate. After 4 years of hellish thyroid symptoms like gaining weight, losing my hair, being fatigued all the time, having brain fog so bad that I thought I had dementia, and so many more, I was able to then reverse those symptoms with simple diet and lifestyle changes, and I've been able to lose 54 pounds so far. I'm also the founder of the Thyroid Recovery Roadmap, which is my proven protocol for reversing your symptoms, and MelodyeReynolds.com, and this is my channel. Into the video today, make sure that you check below the video in the description. I have lots of links and resources there for you, as I do in every video, so don't forget to look there. And while you're there, you can find all of my other social media, my Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. I hang out on those platforms every single day and give more thyroid tips there, so be sure to come over to one of those and follow and say hi. So let's talk about today's video. I actually did a Facebook Live a while back that I've not shared here with you, but I've decided to put it on YouTube because it was a great video about how childhood trauma can affect you years later down the road. It can lead to a lot of health issues, but today I'm really going to focus in on how it can lead to hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's disease. I'm going to be covering the kinds of childhood trauma specifically, and then how that can lead to developing thyroid disease. First, I want to tell you, make sure that you subscribe to the channel now, ring the notification bell so that you never miss another Thyroid Thursday upload. I upload new videos every Thyroid Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to help you reverse your symptoms. So let's go ahead and hop on over and check out the video now. So tonight we're going to talk about childhood trauma, what kind of trauma can cause this, can affect your thyroid, can affect your health years down the road in the future, why that happens, like what in the body causes that to happen, and then what we can do about that. This is a topic that is very near and dear to my heart. I had a lot of childhood trauma growing up, and I do believe it did contribute to me developing thyroid disease later in life. So along with other things, I won't say that childhood trauma is the only thing that caused you to develop hypothyroidism or Hashimoto's, but it's a contributing factor. I think it's good to know about these things and to know what you need to be doing to fix this kind of stuff. And trauma is huge because stress is huge when it comes to your thyroid. Stress, even good stress, is going to affect your body, and then it really impacts your thyroid function a lot. Let me just start by this. Do you think you had childhood trauma before you were 18 years old? Give me a 1 down in the comments right now if you had some sort of trauma happen to you before you were 18 and you remember that trauma. Okay, let's start there. So give me a 1 in the comments. So tonight I'm talking about something called adverse childhood experiences. And I bet I'm going to see lots of 1s pop up because me too, not alone. Samesies, okay? Had a lot of it. And in fact, I'm going to tell you in a minute about a quiz that you can take. So I'm talking about something tonight called ACEs, ACEs. They are called adverse childhood experiences. ACEs are, it's abuse, neglect, or household dysfunction that happens before the age of 18, but you still remember it as an adult. Anybody else have a really good memory like me? Because I remember things from when I was really little, which makes it even harder. Give me a 2 in the comments if you remember things from like when you were little bitty, before 3. That would be me. Okay, so there are 10 different ACEs. Now there's more than this, but these are like the main ones that they have identified, and we're going to walk through those real quickly tonight, that can have an impact on you. So abuse in the form of physical, emotional, or sexual, neglect in the form of physical or emotional, and then, or you can have multiples of these. Most people do. Household dysfunction such as mental illness in the home, an incarcerated relative, mother treated violently, substance abuse, and even divorce. So if you've had any of those, you have had these adverse childhood experiences, which can lead to diseases down the road. Now, I'm talking about thyroid disease right now, but it can lead to lots of things, okay? Increases in suicide, depression, like there's a lot of things it can lead to. I'm just staying focused tonight on the thyroid aspect. Popping in really quickly, hope you're enjoying the video. I wanted to ask you a question of the day. Once you watch everything, let me know how many of those childhood trauma events or those adverse childhood trauma events that you have. Tell me in the comments below. I'm always looking forward to your comments, and I try to respond back to every single one of them, but I really like to know how many you have. Okay, back to the video. So what happens when you have this, what happens in your body when you have this kind of trauma, is your body gets stuck in fight or flight mode. Now, I'm speaking from experience, because out of these 10, I have 9. Have 9 out of 10, okay, in my childhood. So I feel like I was set up for thyroid disease from the very beginning. So when you're looking at these, you know, kind of take an inventory in your head of the 10 I just gave you, right? So what happens is you get stuck in fight or flight mode. When you have these kinds of things going on, your stress hormone kicks in, your cortisol kicks in, your body kicks in, and it's trying to protect you. And so it puts you in this stress, okay? And when you live in stress like that in your childhood, it becomes what's comfortable to you and to your body. And so it's very hard as an adult. Okay, give me a 3 in the comments. Do you have a hard time relaxing? Do you have a hard time not worrying? Give me a 3 in the comments, because it's hard for us to get out of that constant being on alert and worry and fearful, and just like you feel like you're in a ball all of the time. So what you have to do, so okay, that's great. That's what the body does. Your adrenals get stressed out. Things get out of whack with that. Your cortisol gets out of whack. That affects your thyroid. You get hypo. You start developing autoimmune diseases, because once you have one, more pop up. You're feeling pretty crappy. So what you have to do is reduce the stress in your life, and you're going to have to unlearn that fight or flight. And you're going to have to work on dealing with things like your cortisol. That's pretty complicated. That's not something I can cover in one video for you. But learning how to relax, learning how to take a deep breath, to take breaks, to go outside, to not be afraid. You may have to learn things like how to meditate. You need to set up boundaries with people who abused you in your past. Or where you had these, you know, you have abusers in this situation. You may need better boundaries around them, because constantly being exposed to that can trigger everything, can throw you right back into PTSD. We have to learn how to relax. And I do things like I have a timer set on my phone that reminds me to breathe 3 times a day, take deep breaths. That lowers your cortisol. I go outside every 90 minutes throughout my day. I go outside and just touch the earth for 5 minutes. Pets are awesome for helping you to relax. Setting up boundaries and not allowing people who stress you out to be in your life as much as possible. I know that's not, you can't do that with everybody, but you can do it with those who really affect your health. I mean, it's not always fun to set up those boundaries, but we got to do what we got to do for our health, right? The pain and trauma you have from your past is real. It has affected you. You don't have to try to hide that anymore. You don't have to feel responsible for it. You don't have to, you know, feel like it's something that needs to be swept under the rug. You need to acknowledge it. You need to understand it has caused you to have some health issues. It has caused you to have anxiety and depression, and you know, it's helped to lead to your thyroid disease, and it's okay now to do what you need to do to deal with it. It's okay to set up boundaries around how you live your life and who you let expose you to certain things. Also, you need to set up boundaries with yourself, like making sure you do the small things like breathe, get outside, go to bed on time, get up at a decent hour. All of these things help the stress in your body. And then we look at things like, do you have nutritional deficiencies that are stressing your body even more? So we need to supplement those. We need to take stressors out of your diet, like foods that are inflammatory. All of that works together to take stress off of your body physically and mentally so that your body can calm down and get out of that fight or flight mode and start to recover and start to see symptoms reduce and reverse. Okay? You can actually go online and take a test. So there's questions that ask you about each of those 10 things. If you wanted to be more insightful, there's questions that will ask you about each of those 10 things, but it asks you questions like, did you have a mom who was, abused in front of you, kicked, bitten, had threatened with a knife or a gun? Like, it gets more specific with you. So you can actually Google ACEs, or adverse childhood experiences, and learn more about them. And then I'm going to be giving some tips. So stay tuned wherever you're at. Make sure you follow me. I'm going to be giving some tips to kind of help you get your body out of that fight or flight mode. I just wanted to bring some awareness tonight to let you know, yes, it had an impact on you, okay? But we can fix it. And that's our video, and that's pretty profound stuff to take in. I was very, very shocked when I found out that childhood trauma actually contributes to thyroid disease. So be sure to check below this video. There are links if you would like help with learning the right steps to do in the right order so that you save time and money trying to figure out how to reverse your symptoms. I can give you my thyroid recovery roadmap through my group coaching or my one-on-one coaching. So I have linked below this video for you links to both of those. Check those out. You can also check out my testimonials. I have a lot of women that I've helped this year, hundreds of women who have gotten amazing results with reversing their symptoms and going from fat, frustrated, and fatigued to feeling fabulously like you again. I've been able to help so many people do that. I would love to work with you and help you to finally get your life, body, and mind back from thyroid disease. It's possible. You're not doomed by your diagnosis. You are not doomed to a life of symptoms. I promise you. You just need to know the right things to do, and I can give you that roadmap. And what you're going to do now is make sure that you like this video. Please do share it with a friend, share it on your social media. I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible to take their lives back from thyroid disease and get back to enjoying their lives again. And you will see on the screen right now that I have linked for you several different videos. I want you to check those out. That's more information that could really help you. And if you see my face floating around that circle there, then go ahead. If you didn't already subscribe, tap on that. That'll let you subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell too. That way you'll never miss a new upload on Thyroid Thursdays when I upload everything at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll see you in the next video.